If you are looking for easy ways to freshen up your decor, one thing you can do is look for beautiful fabric. There's so many options out there, and Denise, that's what you've done. You've done a couple of projects where you use fabrics and use them as art.
Exactly.
This is just so beautiful, this first project.
Yeah, so this is a great way to display fabrics, you know, add some life to your walls. You could even use sentimental textiles, so, you know, your son's christening gown or, you know, your grandma's quilt or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how to take fabrics and put them into embroidery hoops, and then you can scatter them on the wall, create a beautiful art piece, and you can swap it out easily, you know, once a season or once every 10 years, however often you have the time.
That's right. You're looking at me because you know my life. Once every 10 years is
You're
about
busy.
right.
You're busy. I won't expect you to swap it out.
This is no-sew?
This is a no-sew project, yes. And what you want to look for are these beautiful embroidery hoops. So these are the hoops that you've seen a lot of people doing hand embroidery with. What you'll do is loosen the two pieces.
Okay.
We'll put the adjustable one off to the side. You take the smaller one. This is your pretty birdie fabric.
It's lovely.
And I will use the green fabric. Yeah, we'll just kind of scooch everything over.
Okay.
So what you wanted to start by doing is take your inside hoop and put the fabric on top of it. So you're kind of laying the fabric on top of that inner hoop.
Yeah.
And then take your outer hoop, clamp it down over top. Now, because you've opened this, it's easy to adjust and fit around, and it just lays right down over top of it. So, yeah, exactly. Pinch, 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 and then you can take it and pull it out to all of the sides to stretch it out and make it nice and flat, and then tighten up your embroidery hoop.
Oh, that makes it easy.
It's so easy to do. You can pre-cut your fabric, but I would recommend leaving it big at first, especially if you're doing it for the first time, because you want to get used to how everything is. And then you're just kind of pulling and tightening and adjusting until it's nice and flat and taut.
Think about all of those, you know, the onesies that you have from your kids, or all those pieces of clothing that you...
pocket right there, that you know, something that belonged to your daughter.
It's a nice way to hang on to it.
And you have to get tighter in there.
Tighter?
Okay, there we go. So pull, pull, pull. There we go. And once you have it finished, if you lift yours up, so you'll see all of this excess fabric around the back. What we're going to do is cut that down. So you've got a pair of pink scissors over on your side.
Of course, they're pink.
Of course. I would leave about an inch or so and just cut it all the way down. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is going to stay inside. And as you're cutting, I'll show the next step. You take your hot glue gun and just dab it right along this inner edge right here. So this is going along the wood piece inside the inner hoop.
So you can tuck it all in nicely and glue it in there.
Exactly. Once you've glued it, you're going to pull it down nice and tight like that, and you'll do this all the way around. So it's super easy to do. Again, you're just gluing along the inner hoop like that, and then pull your fabric in nice and tight. And hang on to it for a little bit, right? So it stays? Just be careful because it is a hot glue. And then you have this excess. If you want, you can cut it down or you can leave it. When you hang them up on your wall, make sure you're using nice long nails because there's a lot of depth here. You want them to have the space to hang straight up and down. Gorgeous. But really easy project. And again, you can use textiles that you already have. You can also, at your fabric store, look for fabric bundles. So that's what I got here, everything at Michael's, and everything is color coordinated. It's meant to go together. And then all the guesswork is taken away for you.
Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to move along now. Even the pros on this show, they try projects all the time, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So I'm going to show you this before pic of this ottoman. You saw this ottoman.
DIY don't. So here,
DIY don't, but that's okay because we can learn from this. She tried.
From this.
It didn't work.
I had a little mistake. That was the before of the stool, and the after. So I spray painted the legs gold, beautiful gold, and then I used fabric paint to decorate the top. Now the issue that I had, you know,
it doesn't look terrible.
It's okay. I'm not exactly happy with it because I'm a perfectionist, but I think what I would have preferred to have done is had fabric beforehand that I can work on. So I've got some fabric here, some canvas, and that way, you know, if you make a mistake, you can just use another piece of fabric. I was doing something that was already made directly on there, so if I made a mistake, it wasn't
You couldn't fix it.
It wasn't great.
What was the issue, though, with doing it right on there? Was it just that the paint didn't hold, or was it just that you didn't get the chance to fix it because it was permanently there?
It just didn't stamp very well. So you can find great fabric paints, and they're made to go on fabrics. You can find great stencils, great stamps, and they go directly on, and they look beautiful.
Yeah.
But it already had the padding in there, the cushion. So it just, by the time I was doing everything, I was also using faux leaves as stamps, and it just didn't imprint the way that I wanted it to. It looks beautiful here. You let it dry. It's going to stay because it's fabric paint, and then you can, use this as art or use it to cover something.
See, you didn't want to show that one, but did you hear anybody booing? No one booed you.
Thank you for not booing.
Yeah, it's fine. I think the point is actually to try it, and that's why we love having the pros on the show, whether you be a DIY expert or a chef or whatever you are.
Right.
When you guys try it and it doesn't work for you, at home we're all like, oh, phew. Yeah. That's okay, just give us the tips so we can do it the right way. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's still a great way to reimagine a piece of furniture that you might be able to buy out there for like $5.
And if it doesn't work, get your kids get them to do some hand painting with the fabric paint, get all in there, and then it's a creative piece. Your kids are making it, so no one will say, oh, what's going on there? You just say, my kids made it.
What? My kids made it. It was fine. Sometimes you just got to get in there like a kid anyways and not care so much about the final result and enjoy the process.
And splatters. Splatter, covers a multitude of things.
As long as it's old furniture, not your new stuff.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. Denise, thank you so much, as always, for your amazing DIYs.